Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine. Welcome to SRBPS online classes. My name is Parnika and I am here to teach you one of the most interesting subjects, that is computers. Computers are said to be the one which are nowadays mostly being used by each and everyone. So today in this class we'll be talking about computer, what exactly a computer is, and what are the different hardwares available with the computer, and how does these hardware parts or these hardware devices help us in doing our work. This video is related for 4th class students, so stay tuned, we'll be moving forward with these slides. So as you can see, the name of your chapter is computers, storage and memory devices. So first we'll be moving with the introduction of a computer and what are the different parts of a computer. So moving forward, what a computer system is. A computer is said to be a smart electronic machine. Why computer is said to be a smart one? You know why? Just because it never ever makes any mistake. That means ये कभी भी कोई भी गलती नहीं करता है. And it can do a variety of work for us. Any work you say, it is ready to do it for us. If you want to listen to music, it will help you to listen to music. If you want to type something, it will help you to type. If you want to draw something, it will help you to draw. And if in case you want any calculations to be done by it, it will do the same. So computer is said to be a smart one. The next says, computer is an electronic machine. Why electronic? Just because computer works on electricity. And why machine? Just like any other machine, computer also follows our command. If we say computer to do something, it will do. If we do not say anything computer to do, it will not at all work. So like any other machine, computer also works only on instructions. For example, your mom says to the washing machine and programs it for cleaning the cloth. So the same machine would be doing, it will clean the cloth. But if in case your mother does not say machine to do anything, would it ever clean the clothes itself? No. So similar is the case with computer. Whatever you will say, it will do for you. And if you do not say it to do anything, it will never ever do it for you. So that is why computer is said to be a smart electronic machine, just because it works on electricity and does a variety of work without any mistakes. That is why it is said to be a smart electronic machine. Moving forward, we have how does a computer system works. There are two main components which are very much necessary for a computer system to work perfectly and accurately. So the two components which you are able to see in the screen is, one is the hardware and the other is the software. Both are very important components. If any one of the component is not present, computer would not function in a proper way. Now we'll talk about what a hardware is. Everyone has seen what are the hardware parts of the computer, but still we'll be doing a quick revision related to what a hardware is. Hardware is the part of a computer which we can see, which we can touch, which we can feel. Once again, computer has a parts which we can see, which we can touch or which we can feel are said to be the hardware ones. Okay, the parts which are physically present are said to be the hardware ones. Likewise, you are present in the class physically, as in your body, then you are said to be physically present. Okay, so similar way, the things which we can, the parts of the computer which we can see physically with our naked eyes are said to be the hardware of the computer. The hardware devices have different functions to perform. The basic functions which a hardware device performs is, it helps us to enter the data or the information. It helps us to store the information or data. It helps us also to process the information or data, and the one of the most important is display the result or the data. Now comes the division of the hardware. The hardware is divided into depending upon its functionalities. So there are different functionalities of every device is present in the hardware. We have input devices, we have processing devices, we have output devices, and we have storage devices. Once again, I would like to repeat, there are 4 types of devices under the hardware. The number 1 is the input device, the number 2 is the processing device, the number 3 is the output device, and the number 4 is the storage device. I would like to tell you the input device is the device which helps us to give input to the computer. The processing device is the one which processes the information being given to the computer with the help of the input device. And the output device displays us the result which is being given by the processing device. And if we want to store something, store the information and data given by the computer, then we can store it in the storage device. Okay. Now, what is a input device? Input device are the hardware devices which are used to provide data or instruction to a computer. So if we want to provide any information or any data to the computer, then we'll be using the input device. Once again, I would like to repeat, अगर हमें कोई data या कोई instruction या कोई information computer को देना है, तो हम किसका use करेंगे? Input device का use करेंगे. Some of the basic input devices are mouse, keyboard, and microphone. These 3 devices are mainly being used. Mouse and a keyboard is a compulsory one because they makes our work easier once we are typing something or once we want to click on something, then mouse and keyboard are the important ones. Moving forward, what is a mouse? A mouse is a pointing device which is used to point, select, or move object on the screen. What does object means? Means like if you want to move any icon from one place to another, then you can move it. If you are painting something, then with the help of a mouse you can paint easily. So a mouse is said to be a pointing device also as well as clicking device also. You can click and open things. So it is used to point, it is used to select something, it is used to move something on the screen. As you can see on the screen, the mouse have 2 buttons. One is the left button and the other is the right button. Once again, I would like to repeat, one is the left button and the other is the right button. Left button help us to click left, whereas right button help us to click right. Then in the middle of these buttons, there is a blue color thing. It is known as scroll wheel. Scroll wheel, as the name suggests, it's just like a wheel. Okay, so once we want to move upside of the page, we use a scroll wheel. Once we want to move on the downside of the page, we'll be using a scroll wheel, which will be helping us to move on the downside of the page. So basically, mouse is also very much important just because it helps on clicking, opening things, closing things in the computer. Okay, the next which we have is a keyboard. Keyboard is the one which helps us to enter text or commands into the computer. Once again, if we want to enter any text or give any command to a computer, we use a keyboard. Keyboard has many buttons into it. Buttons are also said as keys. Okay, so the keyboard consists of many buttons and the buttons are also said to be as keys. Do you know the total number of keys available on the keyboard is 104. Okay, 104 keys in the keyboard. It may vary from keyboard to keyboard, but the basic keyboard has 104 keys into it. The keys are divided into different categories. We have alphabet keys, similar as the alphabet which we have in English, from which is A to Z and 26 alphabets. Then we have number keys. Number keys, there are 10 number keys. But They are starting from 0 to 9. Once again, there are 10 number of keys but starting from 0 to 9. Then we have symbol keys as well, which includes question mark, exclamation mark, brackets, inverted commas, comma, full stop. These are the symbol keys. Then we have arrow keys. The arrow keys moves up, down, left and right. So these are the basic keys which we'll be talking about. Each key has a different function to perform. And if we talk about the combination of two keys, they also have a specific function to perform. So total number of keys on the keyboard are 104. Now we'll be moving to the next input device, that is a microphone. Okay, you can see here a microphone. It is similar to the microphone or the mic which is being used in our assembly. So it is just the sleek version of the microphone or the mic used in the assembly. Our microphone has the same work to perform. It helps us to give the audio. Okay, if we want to enter audio into the computer, we'll be using a microphone. If in case you want to record something, likewise you want to record your song which you want to sing, then you can record with the help of a microphone. All you need to do is you need to connect the microphone to your computer, and then you can sing and you can record, and whenever you like to listen to it, you can go ahead and open the file and you can listen to it. Nowadays we make voice calling, we do video calling. So with the help of this microphone, it is very easier to do a voice calling or a video calling. All you need is the software for it, and you can do the voice calling as well as video calling. Okay, moving forward, now we have the processing device. Processing device is one of the most important device. Why? Because it helps us to process everything. Whichever command or whichever data which we give to the computer and we want it to process it and give us the result, it is to be done by the what? It is to be done by the processing device. So the device which works on the given input is said to be the processing device. If I give him to add two numbers, it would be doing the same work. If I ask him to multiply two numbers, it would be doing it in the same way. So there is only one processing device which is said to be the CPU, and it is one and only processing device. Okay, so what does CPU means? CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is the central one which does all the calculation, all the processing for us. Okay, it is also said to be the brain of the computer. As in our body we have brain, and brain plays a very vital role in our body. In the similar way, computer also has brain, which is said to be the CPU, and it has the most vital work to perform. It is the most important part of the computer. It stores the data and information and controls the overall functionality of the computer. If we talk about storing, if we would talk about calculating any data or information, it is being done by the CPU. If we talk about managing all the different devices of the computer which are attached to the computer, it is all done by the processing device, which is the CPU. So CPU is one of the most important part of the computer. Now moving forward, we have output devices. So output devices are the devices which displays us the result after processing is being done. Like if input device gives the input, processing device processes the input, and this this output device displays us the result. Okay, for example, as I said, if I have given a computer to add two numbers, that is 2 plus 2. So I will write with the help of a keyboard, and the processing device, which is the CPU, will be processing my data and will be adding two numbers, that is 2 plus 2, and the monitor, which is an output device, will be displaying us the output. So there are basic output devices which we will be talking about. One is the monitor, the other is the printer, and the last one is the speaker. Okay, monitor. A monitor is the most important output device. Why? Because if we are doing something, we have to see what we are actually doing. If I am typing something, how will I come to know is there any mistake or not? Until and unless I'll be able to see it. So the monitor helps us to see things. It is just like a TV screen. For example, if I am watching a movie, I'll be able to see it in the monitor. If I am playing game, I'll be able to see it in the monitor. If I am typing something, if I am drawing something, I'll be able to see it on the monitor. So monitor is also one of the important parts of the computer. It displays the result or the output, which is the soft copy. Why soft? Because it is inside the screen. We cannot handle it or we cannot pick it up in our hand. That is why it is said to be a soft one, because it is not on the paper, it is on the screen. And we talk about monitor. Monitors are available in different shapes and sizes, and the result which it displays are said to be a soft copy. The next which we have is a printer. A printer gives us a printed copy of the output. Okay, if we want something to be printed on a paper, then we'll be using a printer, and the copy which we get in a paper is said to be the hard copy. Okay, the screen which we have and the display result on the screen is said to be a soft one, and the one which we have on paper is said to be a hard one. So it is said to be a hard copy. So the output on the paper is said to be a printout. Okay, once again, the output on the paper which is being given by the printer is said to be a print out. So the next one is speaker. As we have seen speakers at many places in our home, we have music systems. In television also there are speakers. The way that speaker works, in the similar way these speakers also work. A speaker is an output device which gives output in the form of different sounds. A speaker is also used to listen to sounds stored in a computer. So if you want to watch a movie and if you want to listen to sound, you will be using a speaker. If you want to listen to a song, then you will be using a speaker. So speaker is also one of the important parts of the basic computer. I hope all the concepts being talked about in this video is clear to you people. If in case you have missed something, do not worry. The video is available for you. Anytime you want to see it, you can see it. So go through the video if anything is skipped. And in the next video, we'll be talking about what are the different storage devices and how these storage devices are helpful for us. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye.